Hello and welcome to Medic's Point of View Dissection. Today we're going to take a look through the eyes of Perkz, one of the best mid laners in Europe, during G2's game against Misfits. Perkz is playing Yasuo into Ryze, a matchup that can be pretty tough until the Yasuo gets his Berserker Greaves. Alongside this, Jankos, his jungler, is playing a much weaker early game jungler than his opposing man. This means that Perkz is naturally going to play safer in the laning phase. He is giving up a lot of space to the Ryze and is going to get harassed in this matchup. This actually even helps him because he avoids the Trundle gank at 2 minutes and 24 seconds into this game. Perkz never even had vision on the Trundle, so the willingness to play safe in the lane helped Perkz escape. At 4 minutes 14, Perkz backs and parts towards bot side river. He's grabbed a control ward and wants to keep track of Maxlor on Trundle. This is a great control ward spot as it gives you enough time to react against an enemy gank and covers 4 different routes into the river. As soon as Perkz sees Maxlor on a ward in the Misfits' top jungle quadrant, he realizes he doesn't need to use his ward immediately, and so he holds onto it until the opportune moment. Just because you have a ward doesn't mean it has to be placed right away. Think about why you're warding. Here are 3 main things you should always look for when warding. Number 1, objective control. Wards around Dragon and Elder Drake are paramount to setting up good control for your team. Number 2, tracking the enemy jungler. Especially in the early game, if you can keep eyes on the enemy jungler, it makes it so much more difficult for him to gank. And number 3, setting up future plays. Now this pink ward is a prime example of setting up a future play. Covers the path of the dragon, so provides a little bit of objective control as well. It tracks the Trundle if he ever decides to gank, and also it sets G2 up to make a 3-man dive on mid lane just a couple of minutes later. Let's have a look at another play from Perkz in this game. At around the 15-minute mark, G2 look to hard force a fight towards mid, but get pushed off. This play looks pretty unsafe on the surface. You don't have vision on 4 of the 5 Misfits players in the moment, but if you look at the minimap, you see pings go down on literally everyone just before the fight is forced. The only person that they don't see is Tahm Kench. Tahm Kench is the reason that Ryze doesn't get burst, but it's great map awareness from G2 and specifically from Perkz. Now here's the fight that secured this game for G2. Perkz pushes out the wave and hits level 16. This means his ultimate combo with Rakan is going to be devastating. Jankos has just died because he mispositioned around Baron, thinking that he might be able to flank Misfits. After they get the kill, they instantly turn to do the Baron. G2 lock down Misfits in the Baron pit and wombo their ultimates. This is one of the true strengths of Yasuo. Combine him with anyone who has a knockup and you get an instant burst of damage from your ultimate. Look at teaming him up with supports like Alistar and Rakan for the womboist of combos. That's it from this episode of the Point of View Dissection. Make sure to tune in this week for the match of the week between Misfits and Vitality and turn on that Point of View stream for action from the eyes of the pros.